All right, on to the next one. As I was saying, I've had this one in my collection for a while, and I house, as you can see, some baby pinks, some corals, and then some purples. I don't know why I like this color combination, but I just do. This is something that I was into for a very long time. I was always reaching for coral shades, and I was reaching for reds for a while too, as I was saying earlier. Now I'm more so into like the top 2 rows and the bottom row. I've been really into purpley, cool tone pink looks lately. I don't know why. I never thought that I would be into cool tone looks, but lately I've just been into it. But these are some beautiful shades. I have a lot of duochromes up here. A lot of these are shades that I've most recently talked about in my duochrome video, so I will go ahead and link that just to save some time here. But let me go ahead and swatch out some standout shades. So this guy is Dollface. Dollface? Yeah, Dollface from Luxie Beauty. It's a gorgeous pressed pigment and it's very, very sparkly. So if you don't like sparkle, you will not like this guy. But this guy has a purpley rosy toned base and it has a bunch of gold glitter throughout it. It is so stunning on the eyes. This is Golden Rose by Natasha Denona. This is a beautiful pink to gold duochrome and it's a little bit more on the warm kind of corally pink side. This is from my Joya palette. I just depotted it and popped it in here. And this is from Beauty Escape Cosmetics and this is the shade Scarlet Faith. It is the most gorgeous, like satiny, pinky magenta red you will ever see. I think it is so unique. It is so bright. I mean, look at that. That is so freaking stunning. And the nice thing about this being a satin is that you can buff this through the crease and it turns out to be more like a matte, or you can pack it all over the lid and it will look a little bit more metallic. I think it's absolutely beautiful and it's surprisingly unique to my collection. And I'll go ahead and swatch out one more shade in this palette. I will pick this guy right here. This is Bonbon from Clionadh Cosmetics. I guess I could have included this in my duochrome video, but this is a beautiful, warm mid-tone purple that has a violet blue shift to it. It is so freaking stunning. This is from their Valentine's collection, and this shade is also really unique to my collection as well. It is so beautiful. Here is another ColourPop palette that I had lying around. ColourPop palette. Say that 10 times as fast. But I had this guy lying around and I decided to fill it with a lot of my extras that I have. Sometimes when I really love a shadow, I will buy 2 of them because, you know, I'm scared I'm gonna hit pan. And most of the times I do end up hitting pan. This is Watermelon from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. I have talked your ear off about this shade on my channel, I'm sure of it. It is a beautiful pinky red matte. I have 3 pans of this guy. This is from Clionadh. This is the shade Poppin' Rocks, and this is a highlighter. This is a beautiful light baby pink that shifts to a gorgeous gold. So let me swatch both of these for you. So here is a Watermelon. Look at that pigment. I barely touched my finger in there. There's still some on my finger, and do you see that? Are you seeing what I'm seeing here? And then here is Poppin' Rocks, my absolute favorite highlighter in the world. I own 3 pans of this, and I am proud to say that. This guy is from the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. It is a beautiful kind of peachy tan shade that has a little bit of glitter running through it. I have a backup of Tesla by Luxie Beauty. I have a backup of Touch of Glam Beauty's Sweet Nectar, which is a beautiful shade. This guy is from the Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette. This is the shade Berry Pop. I have 2 of these because I was insane and went out and purchased 2 of the palette just to get 2 of the shade. I don't know what I was thinking. I was literally not thinking. That's what was going on here. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful shade. I don't know why I own 2 pans of that. I basically bought duplicates of the entire palette for myself. Here's another kind of mock face palette, if you will, that I put together. I have 2 of these, so let me grab my other one actually. This one has like cat stickers on it, some jouet stickers. I think it's cute. I don't know, I wanted to dress it up a little bit. But together, these guys make a beautiful blush and highlight palette. I wish I could tape them together and then have like double doors, basically have them closing on both sides, like inward, you know what I mean? That'd be kind of cool, right? Wonder if any Z palettes out there exist like that. I think that'd be fun. But nonetheless, this guy consists of some Fenty highlighters. This is in the shade Hustla Baby, which was one of the most popular ones that came out a couple years ago. It's a beautiful peachy golden shade. I have some Too Faced blushes in here. I don't know the actual name of these because Georgia gave me these. I feel like I'm just saying that about everything. Georgia was nice enough to gift me with some makeup, so. But this is a beautiful plummy shade. I think this is I Will Always Love You, or How Deep Is Your Love? And then we have this cool toned pink shade, which I think this is Baby Love. I don't know. I'm not brushed up with my Too Faced Love Flushed blushes yet, but this is a beautiful coral shade, and that's basically the trio there. Then we have Wet n Wild's Pearlescent Pink. I bought this because of Tati Westbrook and I do not regret it. It is such a beautiful warm pink with a gorgeous golden sparkle. I absolutely love it. It reminds me of NARS Orgasm, except I think that this is way prettier because it's more warm toned and a little bit more pink. Then we have NARS Goulet, which is one of the, I think it was the Sephora VIB Rouge gift or the birthday gift. I don't remember, but I got it for free from Sephora and it's like a plummy kind of mauve shade. I don't really use it often at all, but I have it on standby if I need it. And then we have Benefit's Dandelion Blush. This is way too pale for me, but I think the shade is pretty, and if I'm ever reaching for a darker blush and I want to sheer it out a little bit, I'll reach for this guy to kind of take away some of the pigment, if you will, on my cheeks. And this guy right up here is the shade Starlight by Kevyn Aucoin. I got this in a holiday set in, I believe, 2016. I got it on sale, and it's a really beautiful, like pinky tan kind of shimmery highlight, but it's a bit more satiny than I'm personally used to. I do really like it and it doesn't emphasize texture or anything like that, but it's not necessarily my go-to, but it's too pretty to give away, so I keep him housed in here. He doesn't really build up that well either. It kind of just stays the same level of satiny. Even if you put more on, it doesn't really get more metallic. So I have 3 more to show you guys. Whew, this has been a lot, but we'll keep on moving here. This is my Adept Cosmetics Marble Double-Sided Palette. Whew, these are really, really dirty, so are you ready? I don't think you're ready to see this. There she is in all her glory. I'm not gonna go through each and every one of these shades because as you can see, we have a lot. I mean, we have this whole entire side over here as well, so I'm just gonna pick some of my favorites out of this just to show you guys and leave it at that. So this guy over here is a beautiful Nabla blush. It's a little bit deeper and a little bit more red toned than what I typically go for, but if I'm doing like a really smoky look, this is really beautiful on the cheeks. This is in the shade Impulse, and I originally bought this as an eyeshadow, but it's pretty sheer and you can sheer it out actually very well. It doesn't stay that dark if you don't want it to. You can really work it into the skin with your brush, and as you can see here, it kind of fades and sheers out to a light warm toned pink. We have some shades from the Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette. As I said earlier, I have basically doubles of these, so you'll see these pop up quite a bit, especially when I show you the next Z palette. Oh my god. I have the shade Lacy up here from Cleonid Cosmetics, which is a beautiful metallic plummy lilac shade. It is really, really beautiful, and I don't really have anything else like it in my collection. And the last one that I will show you guys is this guy, Makeup Geek's Razzleberry. I think this is so beautiful. It is a gorgeous magenta berry shade. Looks a little patchy here, but I think that might just be from my makeup wipe, but it is a beautiful magenta mid-toned berry shade. And I just flipped her over to the other side here, and there's some extra shadow up here. What is that from? Oh, that's from the Hoola bronzer. Oh no. Well, I'm gonna have to deal with that situation in a little bit here, but just like I did with the other side, I'm just gonna pick out some of the standout shades that I want to show off here. So these guys are from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palettes. These are the textured eyeshadows, and I actually found these to be, they were really beautiful, but they didn't stick to my lids very well, and as you can see, I'm having a hard time picking them up on my finger. And I just kind of feel like the formula wasn't that great. Actually, the red one over here was actually pretty good. As you can see, I didn't really have to work hard to get that pigment. And it's a beautiful like crimson-y berry shade. Let's see. There is the copper and the rose gold. When they're built up, they're so freaking beautiful, but they take a pretty decent amount of work to actually build them up. Then we have a shade by Sydney Grace over here, which is the shade Lemon Cream. It's a beautiful pale kind of yellowy shade that has a really creamy undertone, if you will. Creamy undertone. I don't really like those words together, but it is a gorgeous transition shade. It is perfect for blending out any orange looks, any yellow looks, any red looks. It is absolutely beautiful. And finally, I will show you guys this beautiful like teal aqua metallic blue. This is the shade Deep Water by Give Me Glow Cosmetics. Oh my god, do you see that? It is a beautiful mid-toned aqua blue with a bit of a teal and kind of golden undertone. It is so freaking gorgeous. I mean, this guy speaks for himself. And the last thing that I will show off from this palette is the shade Pumpkin Spice Latte with Extra Whip from Sydney Grace Cosmetics. This pan is huge. It is super deep. You get a lot of product in here, and I believe this guy was only like 12 bucks or something, but this is a beautiful champagne toned highlighter that has a peachy orangey undertone, and I don't have anything like this in my collection. This is so unique to my collection, and it is so beautiful on the cheeks. It's a little bit more satiny, it's not super metallic, but it builds up really nicely, and I think the color is just absolutely gorgeous. So I've been showing off my Z palettes and chatting here for like 45 minutes, so this is going to be the last one that I show for right now. This is an extra large Adept Cosmetics Z palette. I got this guy for like 10 bucks. They were having a sale and I could not resist because I need all of the Z palettes and all the storage that I can get because I have so many single shadows I cannot keep track of any of them. But this is probably my worst Z palette that I have as far as organization and cleanliness goes, so you've been warned. I don't think I can even show you guys this, but I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off and do it. There she is. I know. This guy is a mess, but I'm just gonna kind of point to an area and explain a little bit. I'm not gonna go super in-depth, and I think I'll swatch like 5 eyeshadows out of here, but we have so much that I don't even know where to start. But this is obviously a Too Faced blush. This is one of the blushes that Georgia gave me. That's why it is depotted. She did a video where she depotted these, and then she sent me all of the ones that she depotted. I thought it was super, super sweet of her to do that because I'm an absolute blush addict. Then we have another blush, and this is actually from Adept Cosmetics. I believe this guy was only like 5 bucks, and it's a really gorgeous peachy coral shade, and it has a pretty strong orange undertone. I think it's absolutely gorgeous on the cheeks and as an eyeshadow as well. But here is the Too Faced shade, and here is the Adept Cosmetics kind of corally tangerine pinky blush. So pretty. I have a lot of extras in here as well. As you can see here, I have another doll face by Looksy Beauty. I have some Looksy Beauty highlighters. I have Becca's Opal. And then I have some deeper shades down here that I never really reach for, but all of these pans that have this imprint in them with the little lines, those are all from Dose of Colors, and those are all from the Dose of Colors palettes. I believe that all these browns are from the Blushing Berries palettes, and the more cool toned kind of purpley shades are from the Marvelous Mauve palettes. I have a Wet n Wild highlighter over here. This is in the shade Precious Petals. I have some Benefit blushes. I got the little Benefit mini box blush set that was selling at Ulta about a year ago or so. And I don't really reach for it often. Honestly, I kind of regret buying it. And I honestly don't really reach for it very often at all. But, I mean, I bought them. I might as well keep them in my collection. So the first shade that I swatched there that you can barely see is the shade Gold Rush, and this is one of their new boxed blushes, and I know that a lot of people weren't super jazzed about it because, as you can see, it is extremely pale and light. And the second one that I swatched is one of my absolute favorites. It is California. As you can see, I have 2 pans of California here. Then we have Rockateur, which is a classic mauve shade from Benefit. It is a lot of people's favorite blush. And the last shade that I will swatch is from Divina Cosmetics, and this is the shade Spark. As you can see, it's a super, super neon, like greeny, fluorescent yellow. And I built this up 3 times here to really get it to show because these actually require a really, really tacky base, and more specifically, if you're gonna purchase these, you definitely need to have a white base on hand because these don't really adhere to the skin very well because they are so neon. As you can see, the color payoff is really beautiful, but you need something really, really sticky for this guy to grab to. But that is going to be wrapping up my Z palette collection. That was so much to get through. I can't believe I got through all of that, and I have way too many shadows to swatch all of them, so I just wanted to pick some really special shades to show you guys. But if there's any palettes specifically that you want to see a dedicated video on, please let me know because I would be more than willing to do so for you guys. And let me know down in the comments below, how many Z palettes do you guys think that you have in your collection, and what are some of your favorite shades that you have from your Z palette, or what are some of your favorite shades that you saw from my collection here. But with that being said, that is going to be wrapping up today's video. That was so much to go through. I am exhausted. I need a nice drink of water. I need some ice cold water for my throat here. So that's gonna be it for me today, guys. But I do hope that you consider subscribing if you have not already. I am doing all sorts of makeup goodness happening here on this channel. So if you are not already subscribed and you would like to be, I would love to see you hit that button down below. I do also hope that you consider giving this video a big old thumbs up and turning on the notification bell if you want to know when I am posting. But I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing and beautiful day wherever you are, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye! God, I have so much to clean up now, I don't even know where to start. This is what I get for being a disorganized mess.